Master Yoda.
Was Jar Jar Binks a Sith Lord?
Arrest thy maid. Yes.
Yoda, I must know.
A Sith Lord he was. Yo people, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys have been doing well. Just want to quickly say thank you to everyone that has been supporting. We just reached the 100 subs landmark, so I appreciate all the support. Now the road to 200 starts here, and without further ado, let's get straight into this video. So, Tales of the Jedi episode 4, titled The Sith Lord. We see Qui-Gon Jinn and Count Dooku talking to each other after Qui-Gon fights Darth Maul on Tatooine. Now you mean to tell me that this couldn't make the film? You're telling me that this subplot of Dooku turning and everything couldn't have made the film if that was the original plan? Now, I've gone digging for videos and research which I'll show you in a bit, but in my opinion, this interaction between Dooku and Qui-Gon only further proves that Darth Jar Jar may have been the original script, because me personally, I didn't think that Dooku was even still at the Jedi Temple when Phantom Menace was taking place. I haven't read all the comics and the books and all of that stuff, so maybe there is some mention that I'm not aware of, but if that's the case, then I'm just confused as to why we couldn't see Dooku in the Phantom Menace. That's why I think that after the Phantom Menace came out, and after Jar Jar and George Lucas got dunked on and shat on by Star Wars fans, I think this led George to change his original script, and he kind of played it safe and introduced Dooku maybe a lot sooner than he wanted to, and with a more important role than he wanted to give. So bear in mind that this is all theory based. I'm not saying this is all factual, it's all theory. Take it with as much seriousness as you want. And I'm going to start this off by playing a George Lucas interview where he describes the creation of Yoda.
I got Joe Johnston to work on Yoda to try to figure out, what he would look like so it'd be easier to write him. That really comes from a tradition in mythological storytelling, fairy tales, of the hero finding a little creature on the side of the road that seems very insignificant and not very important, who comes out to be the master wizard, the master thing, or the guide, the main guide in the movie for the hero. And so I wanted him to be a little insignificant character, somebody that, like a frog or something that you just didn't pay any attention to. And he turns out to be the most powerful Jedi in the universe.
So why is this important if we talk about Yoda? Well, we know George Lucas, he loves his poetry, his story writing, his full circle moments, his parallels. Very key point there. For example, let's see the prequels and the original. The first parallel is that a young pilot with not much experience goes up to a villain base and ends up blowing it up. So now I'm going to play some of the Jar Jar things that connect with what he just said in the interview, and bear in mind that everything he said can't be copied again. It can't be a literal copy, otherwise we'd get Yoda 2.0.
The hero finding a little creature on the side of the road that seems very insignificant and not very important, who comes out to be the master wizard, the master thing, or the guide, the main guide in the movie for the hero. And so I wanted him to be a little insignificant character, somebody that, like a frog or something that you just didn't pay any attention to. And he turns out to be the most powerful Jedi in the universe.
I believe that George Lucas had a similar approach when he was creating Jar Jar's intentions, motivations in the film. I do know that a lot of the inspiration for Jar Jar's build and the way he acts came from Goofy, but I believe that he was going to have all of that persona as a deflection to then execute the Darth Jar Jar thing and kind of shock everyone. Now I'm going to play you a clip of Ahmed Best, who is the person that played Jar Jar Binks, talking about some of the small details he put into the character.
Drunken style Shaolin Kung Fu is a big deal. I did a lot of it as Jar Jar, and the Darth Jar Jar theory caught it. I never thought anybody would see that. I never thought anybody would be influenced by that. But I loved Jackie Chan, and I was a huge Jackie Chan fan. And everybody who knows me knows that Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan were my guys growing up.
To me, it's a bit odd that they get a guy of Ahmed Best's ability with Kung Fu for this one particular character, when we see that his whole race aren't even like a whole group of trained, serious fighters. And why get a guy of Ahmed Best's martial arts ability if the character's going to be quote-unquote irrelevant or isn't going to have a big role to play? If you guys want to see more pinpoint accurate things and things that actually make a lot of sense, go follow Rogue Edits and go check him out. I did watch this video and I noticed one thing that I think he left out that actually furthers his video and furthers his points. So watch this. We got Jar Jar going from the right side to the left side of the screen. Now look, he's on the right side. He's about to leap. So he's on our right side of this view. His left side jumping down, right? Look at the little fraud. He tries to fall off. He's pretending. He hangs on, right? It's all for show. He's hanging on to take the aim off of the two Jedi and onto himself. Look at the droids. They're shooting straight. But now look. Jar Jar is about to fall down right here. But wait, wasn't he next to Qui-Gon? So how has he managed to leap across? For argument's sake, you could say it's a CGI mistake, but he's done some sort of crazy leap to the point that, look, this droid right here moves his head from straight to where Jar Jar was and tilts it left to Jar Jar's new position. Remember, this is CGI, so everything done here has been planned on purpose for a specific reason. I do believe that in Phantom Menace, George Lucas was planting all the seeds so that when the moment came where he had to reveal himself, when you watch it back, it all makes sense. But we never got to that point because fans got upset and they hated the character. So I think George had to stop that whole thing and just play it safe. But yeah, even to this day, George Lucas has never dismissed this idea, and he's never said that he never thought of a Darth Jar Jar storyline. So that's quite interesting in itself, because if he hadn't, then he would have just said he hadn't. So who knows? But yeah, shout out to everyone that made it this far. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video, and have a great rest of your day.